feud between It Ends With Us stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is now threatening to pull in Taylor Swift. After her name surfaced in court documents, Baldoni's lawyer says he could depose the star singer. And now a new $7 million lawsuit's been filed, this time against Lively.
Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni, the Hollywood feud that's redefining power and reputation. Hollywood thrives on drama, but the legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has escalated beyond a typical celebrity dispute. What started as creative disagreements on the set of It Ends With Us has now turned into a high-stakes legal battle involving allegations of harassment, defamation, and media manipulation, with potential career-ending consequences for both sides. This scandal has captivated the industry, with insiders comparing it to Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard and even invoking the Me Too movement, as both sides fight to control the narrative. But is this a genuine case of workplace misconduct, or a battle for influence in an industry notorious for
had to do with, the brilliance of Blake Lively. I don't think people realize how involved she was in this movie. She was extremely involved, and she really made the film better. And especially when it came to intimacy and all of that, she had a very clear vision, and she was telling me what she thought would work and what she.
In this comprehensive breakdown, we'll explore the origins of the feud, key legal arguments on both sides, the role of the media in shaping public perception, how Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds have been dragged into the controversy, the long-term consequences for both Lively and Baldoni, the roots of the conflict. Controversy surrounding It Ends With Us started long before any lawsuits were filed. The film, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, was meant to be a career-defining project for both Blake Lively, who plays the lead, Lily Bloom, and Justin Baldoni, who serves as both director and co-star. However, from the very beginning, tensions simmered behind the scenes. Creative control disputes. Lively, a seasoned actress and producer, wanted more say in the film's direction. Baldoni, who had been attached to the project.
My nose is so big.
I was hoping they could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down, gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then,
for years, believed he should have final authority as director. Reports suggest that heated arguments took place over script changes, casting decisions, and the portrayal of sensitive topics, such as domestic abuse, the central theme of the book. Sources say that Lively pushed for a more feminist angle, while Baldoni wanted to stay true to the original novel, which presented a more nuanced view of its male lead, Ryle Kincaid. These clashes escalated into personal attacks, and soon rumors spread that Lively and Baldoni were barely on speaking terms. Allegations of harassment and media manipulation. In late 2024, Lively filed an official complaint against Baldoni and members of his production team. Her allegations were shocking and quickly dominated entertainment headlines. Key accusations from Lively's lawsuit. 1. Unwanted physical encounters. Lively claims Baldoni frequently entered her trailer without knocking, even when she was changing or breastfeeding. She describes incidents where Baldoni placed his hands on her shoulders or lower back without consent. 2. Inappropriate comments and unprofessional behavior. Lively alleges that Baldoni made remarks about her scent, body, and appearance that she found unsettling. She claims Baldoni insisted on unnecessary rehearsals for intimate scenes, making her uncomfortable. 3. Defamation and reputation attacks. Perhaps the most explosive claim. Lively alleges that Baldoni orchestrated a media smear campaign against her. She says Baldoni's PR team leaked false stories about her being difficult on set. 4. Retaliation and intimidation. Lively asserts that after raising concerns about Baldoni's behavior, she was excluded from key production decisions. She claims Baldoni threatened her career, warning her that she'd never work in Hollywood again if she pursued legal action. The media response: immediate support for Lively. After the lawsuit was filed, major media outlets, such as the New York Times and Variety, rallied behind Lively. Prominent Me Too advocates spoke out, comparing her experience to other cases of power imbalance in Hollywood. Several anonymous crew members corroborated her claims, stating that Baldoni had a history of controlling behavior on set. However, within days, Baldoni and his legal team fought back with a countersuit, flipping the narrative in an unexpected way. Claims of fabricated evidence and media bias. Justin Baldoni didn't just deny the allegations. He launched an aggressive legal counterattack. His lawsuit seeking $400 million in damages accuses Lively of defamation, intentional career sabotage, fabricating evidence to manipulate public perception. Key elements of Baldoni's defense. When text messages that contradict Lively's claims. Baldoni's legal team released text messages between him and Lively that contradict her story. One set of messages shows Lively inviting Baldoni into her trailer, which undermines her claim that he entered uninvited. 2 crew members defend Baldoni. Several crew members and co-stars came forward to support Baldoni, stating that he always maintained a professional environment. They argue that Lively misrepresented normal directing behavior as harassment. 3 accusations of media manipulation. Baldoni's legal team argues that Lively's PR team worked closely with certain journalists to push a false narrative. They point to planted articles in major outlets that vilify Baldoni without presenting his side of the story. 4. The weight controversy. Was it fat shaming or safety concern? Lively claimed Baldoni made offensive comments about her weight, but Baldoni argues that he was discussing safety precautions for a scene where he had to lift her. His team suggests that
time progressed in this film. She decided that she wanted to be a producer. She started to make edits. She wanted to be part of the editing team. There were people hired, like human beings actually hired to do the editing job, who had done work as editors.
He distorted the context to paint him in a negative light. How the superstar got dragged into the mess. Perhaps the most unexpected twist in this saga is the involvement of Taylor Swift. Lively and Swift have been close friends for years, and Swift has publicly supported women speaking out against harassment. However, new evidence suggests that Lively used Swift's influence as a weapon in the dispute. Shocking revelations from Baldoni's legal filing. Lively allegedly boasted that she had Swift and Ryan Reynolds on her side and could destroy Baldoni with their help. She allegedly arranged a staged coincidental meeting where Swift was present to intimidate Baldoni. Swift was unaware of how deeply she had been dragged into the feud, and sources now claim she's distancing herself from Lively. This became even more apparent when Swift did not invite Lively to her VIP suite at the 2025 Super Bowl, despite Lively attending in past years. Insiders claim Swift is furious about being pulled into the scandal without her knowledge. What happens next? Possible outcomes. This legal battle could drag on for years, but several possible outcomes are emerging. 1. A private settlement. Most Hollywood scandals end in confidential settlements to avoid further damage. If Lively and Baldoni reach a financial agreement, neither may publicly admit fault. 2. Baldoni wins in court. If Baldoni proves defamation, Lively could face severe reputational damage, much like Amber Heard after losing to Johnny Depp. 3. Lively prevails and Baldoni's career collapses. If Lively's evidence holds up, Baldoni could become unemployable in Hollywood, losing future projects. Both lose industry support. The industry may decide that neither actor is worth the controversy, and both could suffer long-term damage. Final thoughts. A battle that will shape Hollywood's future. Beyond 2 individual careers, this case highlights the dangers of trial by media, how personal vendettas can escalate into legal warfare, the increasing power of social narratives in Hollywood. As the court proceedings unfold, one question remains: who is telling the truth? Only time will reveal the final chapter of this Hollywood scandal that has the industry on edge.
That's so nosy.
I know.
Noses.
And my nose is so big.
I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down, gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Hollywood's latest legal battle. The Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni feud and how it's spiraling out of control. What started as a highly anticipated film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel It Ends With Us has now turned into one of Hollywood's biggest scandals. Accusations of harassment, lawsuits worth hundreds of millions, leaked text messages, and even Taylor Swift being dragged into the controversy. This situation is getting messier by the day. But how did we get here? What's really going on behind the scenes? And is this the beginning of Blake Lively's downfall? Let's break it all down. A film that was supposed to change Hollywood. When It Ends With Us was announced as a film adaptation, fans of the book were ecstatic. The novel, which deals with themes of domestic violence and resilience, had gained a massive following. With Blake Lively set to star as the lead, Lily Bloom and Justin Baldoni taking on the role of director and co-star, it seemed like a dream team. But from the beginning, things weren't as smooth as they seemed. Blake Lively takes control. According to sources close to the production, Blake Lively was not just an actress in this film, she quickly became a driving force behind the project. She requested script changes, wanted to be involved in the editing process, and even allegedly pressured Sony to let her have the final say over creative decisions. At first, Baldoni was accommodating, even praised
Will you please get down from there?
I'm good, thanks.
Lively's passion for the film. However, as the months went by, tensions started to rise. Ryan Reynolds gets involved. Blake Lively's husband, actor Ryan Reynolds, also became involved behind the scenes. Reports suggest that Reynolds played a significant role in rewriting scenes, including the film's now controversial rooftop scene. While this might seem like a minor detail, it became one of the first major clashes between Lively and Baldoni. Baldoni, as the director, wanted to maintain creative control. But with Reynolds and Lively making constant changes, it became clear that this was no longer his film. Tensions escalated further when Lively allegedly threatened to walk off the project unless Baldoni agreed to her demands. Harassment allegations and lawsuits. Things took a dark turn when reports surfaced that Lively had accused Baldoni of harassment. Blake Lively's claims. Lively filed a complaint alleging that Baldoni and other members of the production team had created a hostile work environment. She claimed that Baldoni made inappropriate comments, enforced intimate scenes she was uncomfortable with, and even invaded her personal space. One of the biggest allegations? That Baldoni and a producer had repeatedly entered her trailer while she was undressed, even when she was breastfeeding. Lively also accused Baldoni of trying to control the narrative by using his PR connections to paint her in a negative light. Justin Baldoni fights back. Within 48 hours of Lively's lawsuit going public, Baldoni and his legal team fired back with their own legal action, this time accusing Lively of defamation. His lawsuit argued that Lively had fabricated allegations to gain sympathy and control over the film. His team released
On my part, one thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when
messages and behind-the-scenes footage showing that Lively was not only comfortable around Baldoni but actively involved in directing intimate scenes. Perhaps the most damaging piece of evidence? A leaked video showing Lively and Baldoni joking around about a romantic scene, contradicting her claims of feeling uncomfortable on set. In addition, Baldoni's lawsuit accused Lively of doctoring text messages to make it look like he was behind a smear campaign against her. His lawyers argued that she had removed emojis and sarcasm from messages to twist the narrative in her favor. How the feud pulled in Hollywood's biggest star. One of the biggest surprises in this entire saga was Taylor Swift's unexpected involvement. According to court documents, Lively had referenced Swift and Reynolds as her dragons in a text message to Baldoni, implying that she had powerful allies in her corner. This revelation set off a storm of speculation. Was Lively using Swift's name to boost her credibility? And how did Swift feel about being dragged into the drama? Taylor Swift's reaction. First, Swift remained silent. But then, fans noticed something strange. Blake Lively was absent from Swift's usual inner circle appearances. Last year, Lively was a VIP guest at the Super Bowl alongside Swift, cheering on Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. But this year, Lively was nowhere to be seen. Reports later surfaced that Swift had distanced herself from Lively after learning that her name had been used in court documents. Insiders even suggested that Swift felt betrayed by Lively for leveraging their friendship in such a public and messy legal battle. To make matters worse, Lively allegedly told a young actress that Swift had personally cast her for a project, a claim Swift's team later denied. Hollywood takes sides. With lawsuits piling up and reputations on the line, Hollywood has started taking sides in the feud. Who supports Blake Lively? Ryan Reynolds. No surprise here, Reynolds has been standing firmly by his wife's side, even reportedly confronting Baldoni about his alleged fat-shaming comment. The New York Times. The publication originally backed Lively's claims and is now facing legal action from Baldoni. Some members of the It Ends With Us production team, a few insiders have come forward to support Lively's narrative, claiming that Baldoni was difficult to work with. Who supports Justin Baldoni? Wayfarer Studios. The production company behind the film is standing by Baldoni, insisting that Lively's claims are exaggerated. Sony executives. Leaked emails suggest that some executives were frustrated with Lively's constant script changes and demands. Hollywood PR insiders. Many in the industry believe that Lively's allegations are part of a strategy to gain control over the film and salvage her reputation. What happens next? This legal battle is far from over, and both Lively and Baldoni have a lot at stake. For Blake Lively, Baldoni's lawsuit gains traction, Lively could face serious legal consequences, including financial penalties and damage to her career. Already, some brands and studios are reconsidering their partnerships with her. For Justin Baldoni, if Lively's claims hold up, Baldoni's reputation as a filmmaker could be permanently tarnished. However, with the leaked messages and footage in his favor, he has a strong defense. For Taylor Swift. While Swift has tried to stay out of the mess, her association with Lively could continue to make headlines. If she officially distances herself, it could be another major blow to Lively's credibility. Is this Blake Lively's Amber Heard moment?
Are you saying that they got changed copies of the communications, or that they changed the communications to remove emojis? Are you blaming the New York Times for doing that?
I'm blaming the New York Times for participating with Blake Lively's publicists and engaging in this campaign.
Many are already comparing this situation to the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial, a high-profile case that exposed the power struggles and manipulation tactics behind the scenes in Hollywood. Baldoni's claims are true, Lively could face a major career downfall similar to Heard's. But if Lively is telling the truth, this could be a turning point in Hollywood's handling of workplace harassment. For now, all we can do is watch as the drama unfolds. One thing is certain, this isn't just about It Ends With Us anymore. This feud has become a full-scale Hollywood war. Who do you believe? Is Blake Lively the victim, or is she playing a dangerous game? Drop your thoughts below. Fire.